Yo, so a lot of people have been very confused on like where to put their stop loss, where to put their take profits in this whole scenario. I'm gonna show you so that way you can make a whole lot more money than what you've been making, and you can stop losing so much money. All right. So let's get straight to this video. Whenever let's say for instance on this particular pair, we're looking for the market to be going down, right? We're looking for the sales. Why? Because the candles will be below the 200 moving average and below the 20. Soon as we get that cross, right? Now you got two options. You can either wait till it closes here, or as soon as it drops below both, you can hop in on your sale, right? So let's say that's what you did. Let's say you entered right there. Your stop loss goes at the previous zone. That just simply means the place above that recently rejected, right? Which will be here. Why? Because we got touches all in here. Like all this is a zone, right? So you can either go pretty tight or you can go a little looser up here, but that's as far as that goes, right? Now you got your stop loss, and now you let the trade run, okay? Some days you're going to have runners. Some days you might have some in and outs, right? So you might have some dope runners that just go, and you make really good money. And other times, you're going to have it to where the stop loss get hit. But, again, since it's so tight, you won't lose that much, right? As long as you don't over-leverage your account and try to go too crazy on the lot size, then, for your account size, then you're good, okay? So you could also go back 2 candles if you wanted to, right? You enter here, 1, 2, same zone, right? So, and it works on all sides, though. So if I click on Euro USD, same thing. Look at this. I'll say somewhere, because it crossed below the 20 here and the 200 here. So even if you did this, even if you sold here, put it at the previous zone, which is down here at the bottom, you still ate, right? Even if you were still holding the whole time, it ended up taking off, right? And the same way goes with your take profits, but we'll get to that. All right, I'm just clicking on random pairs so y'all can see. Let's go NAS 100. See how it shows up, right? I'm gonna try to find a place where it kind of, bingo. All right, right here. Let's say we cross below here. Stop loss at the previous zone above. This was the stop loss, right? And we selling and we hold. Now, whenever you get into profit, good enough to where you feel like it's good enough, let's say you 2-3 candles in profit, you take your stop loss and you move it in profit. Boom. As the market continues to go, you follow it. You trail that stop. You trail the stop loss. If it continues to drop, then you can trail it and keep trailing it and keep trailing it, and you eating. You know what I mean? That's how you catch the big winners. All right? That's how you catch the big winners. Now, when it comes to take profits, the market goes from one zone to the next. So, for instance, if you enter sell here, your next zone would be any place that touched somewhere and rejected in the past, right? So this here could be a take profit, right? Market always goes from one zone to the next. After it passes this zone, it tries to find another zone to the left to hit. So that's how you can have take profit 1. Then at the next zone will be like take profit 2, then a take profit 3, stuff like that, right? And then you could also take partials. So let's go to GJ. Let's see what GJ got going on. All right, perfect. So let's say the market dropped below the 20 and the 200. Boom, let's say we enter here. Previous zone, about right up in here for the stop loss. Okay. Meaning if the market comes back here, we end up losing, but we only lose a small amount because we had a pretty tight stop. Nothing too crazy. Or you can go to the top zone up here if you want to. But that's if your account can handle that kind of drawdown, right? We don't want too much drawdown. But you enter there. All right. Boom. So one stop loss could be here. One take profit could be here at this zone right here, right? Your next one, if you didn't want that one, you like that's too short, you want to go a little further, then you catch it somewhere about right in here. because we got a little rejection in here. So we retest. And anytime you got a retest and you still below the 20 and the 200, you can enter for a second trade if you wanted to. But the market kept going down. Hit take profit 1. Came down to take profit 2. And then if you had to take profit 3 down there, hit take profit 3. All right. Now, again, every trade will not be like this. Some of them will hit the stop. But you just got to know, hey, every time this is what we're doing. And this is going to protect your account. Right, all of that. That way you're not over leveraging your account and got these crazy stops, and then you can draw down something super crazy. A lot of these is going down. I'm trying to find something that's actually going up. All right, here we go. So I think the 200 is somewhere in here when it pretty much crossed above both. So I'm gonna just say about right in here. All right, so let's say we cross above the 200, the 20. And we crossed above the 200, which is right here. So if I draw that line straight, let me just draw that. Let me say I'm gonna say that's about where the 200 is. Boom. Okay. So this the continuous of the 200. So you enter the trade as soon as it crossed above both. You entered here on a buy. Right. Previous zone could be right down here. So your stop loss either here or previous zone somewhere around in here. All right. Either one of those. Previous zone. Did the market come back and touch it? Nope. It took off, and you holding. And you just keep going. And look at that. Boom. Now you take profits, of course. I'm gonna delete all this because we know where the entry is. I'm gonna just put the entry right here. Take profit if you want a short one, a quick scalp. That's it. If you feel like it's gonna keep going up, you find the next zone. The reason why this is a zone, we came here, we rejected and dropped, so that's a zone. It rejected off something. Right? If you feel like you're going to hold it a little longer, go to the top zone. You know what I'm saying? And if you want it more than one take profit 1, 2, and 3. Right? And your stop loss is either super tight, which is at the bottom of this zone, or a little bit lower, which is a little lower than that. That's your stop loss at the bottom. And then you just hold, don't fold. Hold, don't fold, baby. Let that thing ride, and you in there. All right? So the more you do this every day, the better it gets, especially when you start getting, gaps in between these two, and it's a little wide. When it's tight, you kind of want to, leave it alone. And I always remember this as well. Like, even if you use like the 8 moving average, sometimes to see, how far it can go. So the 8 moving average usually sticks really close to the candles. And I only pull that up every blue moon, you know what I'm saying? But just know that these candles can't get too far away from the 8 or the 20 before it has to come on back and touch it. If you notice anything about this 20 moving average, the candles always touch it some way. It gets far away, but it come right back to it. All right? So keep that in mind. If it's already far away, remember, it has to come back and touch it eventually. So that'll let you know when the pullback is coming and all that. Right? See how this one got too far away? Where'd it go right back to? That 20. You know what I mean? Same way with the 8 moving average. So sometimes I'll pop the 8 moving average up there and it'll come back and touch it. Boom. And that's just a good reference to know, hey, when the market is doing that, because sometimes news will shoot it way up and you'll be needing to know when it's going to pull right back to that 20 so you can start looking for entries and stuff like that. So that's a good rule of thumb. But yeah, when the market is tight like that, you don't want it. This is what you want right here. You want this right here. You see all that space? Beautiful. All right, so we cross below both here. We enter, let's say right here. Boom, stop loss, top of the zone, previous zone, or right here. Okay, hold. First pullback, if we wanted to enter again, we in there. Now we hold. We riding the wave, right? Every time, this is another place where you can trail. Every time we pull back and drop down again, that's when you trail that first one. At that first zone. Now you put the stop loss here in the profit. We pull back again, drop again, move that stop loss down some more. Right? And eventually, of course, it'll probably come back and hit it, but by then you got all this profit secured down here. So this is real life trading, y'all. This is how you make the most bang for your buck. And again, trade setups like these every day, and only wait for these kind, and you're gonna be in there. Trade with the trend. Trends are gonna always be your friend. Right? When the market is above the 20 and the 200, we're going up. If they're below it, we're going down. So if we're going up, we should only be looking for buys. All right? All the time. Okay? So that's stop loss and take profit. Remember, take profit is each zone, stop loss is each zone. So if you want to take profit, if you enter on a buy, your next take profit is going to be at another zone above that. So you might have to look to the left and say, okay, where's the zone? Where's a place that rejected and turned around and went the opposite direction? That's a zone, another zone, right? If it passes both of these, hey, we're going to the top zone. Eventually, it's going to reject and come down, but for now, it's going to hit zone to zone. All right, so hopefully this video has helped you see exactly where to put your stop losses, your take profits. Go out there and make some money. Keep me posted on Instagram. Keep me posted in the comment section on your journeys because I love to see it. If you do anything crazy, let me know, man, because I want to, share your testimonials and stuff like that, man. So keep me posted on your journeys, man. I love y'all. Lord willing, I'll see you on another video. Holla at your boy.